these automations that will post things to Twitter and my Discord and all these different places every time I go live.
Well, that's fun.
So I'm feeling like super powerful right now.
I need to set some of that up still, but I will.
Yeah, because I know you post on. You also have Snipes who's posting in your Discord, and I was just like, I can
Hmm.
make something do that for me,
Yep.
and then
We
posting
have
on Twitter, do that.
we have some stuff. I don't know if you saw what I put in earlier. Um, Let me make sure your audio is coming through my stream too. What I put through earlier was I've had I think I told you I've got a lot of Discord bots, and I'm working on consolidating them all into one now. So it does like supports everything through Mongo. So all people can add the bot, and then you just register it, and then it registers like blockchain properties to your Discord. So if you want to stream events like specific to what you want, we can configure that, right? And so it's kind of cool. It's a lot of different things like mashed up into one product, but I've had fun with it. I understand how it works end to end. So once I start going through and working on it, it's actually a lot of it. These are a lot of fun. These bots are a lot of fun. So anytime I think about like automation and stuff, I'm all like, well, I build all these bots for other people. Why don't I build them for myself? And then I started to, and here we are. If you saw my bot stream that I run, I think I've got 120 gig of memory sucked up into different bots that I built right now. So, dude, just doing different stuff. And a bot to me, it could be anything, right? It's just a piece of code that runs. But yeah, I do all sorts of cool stuff. It's basically consumed two of my servers now. So I got to figure out how to handle these a little better because it gets touchy. You can't go too much higher this stuff without getting into some expensive gear. So, anyways, enough of me.
Well, I mean, especially if you're tracking a lot of data through those bots, which I mean, if you're
Oh, insane amounts. Yeah.
Cadena, all of the Cadena events and
Mm-hmm.
transactions, then yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
I
like,
don't do that. No, no, no. I scope
okay,
all my stuff at the point of where their data meets mine. I scrub it before it comes over. So I'm
okay,
doing a lot of processing power, but I'm not moving that data. I'm not being crazy.
okay, that's good. I'm glad you're not being crazy.
A little bit, just a
So
little bit.
you said 120 gigabytes?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
for
that's
streams running. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
That still seems like a lot. I mean, I'm thinking of streams as just like events, text, things like that. And that's a lot of text.
I'm doing more than just the blockchain. I'm doing other stuff too. So it all meshes together for me.
Okay,
But yeah, it's cool. I enjoy it. I enjoy building that stuff. So
maybe some images in there too. Then that's what you're saying.
there could be yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 120 gigabytes with images. That's better. 120 gigabytes of just plain text, like JSON format, whatever you want, whatever structure it's in. Like that's a lot.
Yeah, but I'm loading. You got to remember, I'm loading a table in because if you, I don't know if you ever checked the way Cadena stores. And I know this isn't our topic, but the way it stores their data, it's easier to read from SQLite. And if you're familiar with SQLite, it's more like a flat file, almost like it just exists, right? You can just copy and paste it and do stuff with it. It's kind of cool. But to get like real time data, because I do like real time alerts off of it, like I just set up a bunch of streaming alerts, and when something changes, I have to keep that table open because there's no other mechanism that I'm aware of in SQLite that says, "Hey, a record just updated," like cleanly. Like I actually achieve the same thing at real time speed. It just consumes a little bit more memory because I keep that table in memory. So that's why it adds up quickly because I have a bunch of tables that are just stored in memory at all times.
Yeah.
But super fast. So there's like a trade off. It's super fast. So,
Okay.
anyways.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know a whole lot about SQLite, but I understand the like
Mm-hmm.
keeping everything in
Yep.
memory so you can query things faster. That makes sense.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So as soon as a change happens, boom, memory speed.
Done.
That's yep.
Yeah.
So
Random
you get it.
access. Let's go.
Yep. Yep. I don't mess around. My database responds to my Discord bots before your front end can hit its threshold between a 5-second interval for pulsing the network to see if your transaction's done. I already have it popped out. Almost every time it's faster than your like web code itself. If you tuned it down to like instant, like very fast, it would be faster, obviously, but that would be crazy to do.
Okay, that is impressive.
Yeah.
All right, then. So, bookends. What is our intention for today? For me, I just want to hack something together so I can look at a bookend.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get to the point where I can load in my dummy bookend, then I can start linking up to your backend service. And we can start troubleshooting that, making sure that's working. So, main intention is just be able to view a bookend.
Mm-hmm.
Secondary to that, then, is loading the bookends from the backend.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good to me. I'm just here to support today. My part, I think, is ready for you. At least the backend part of generating the bookends the default bookend, I called it, has my questionnaires, as we talked about. It has the things you would need to read that in. So as long as it's matching what your expectations are, it should be ready to go. So
Okay. Do you think we can start writing some tests then for that?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you've already written them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that'd probably be the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's fetch and do this.
All right.
Okay. So let's see. Let's start up our music. What shall we do today? I think last time we smooth jazz.
Maybe anything with a beat so I don't fall asleep, because smooth jazz will probably put me to sleep.
Down tempo?
Down tempo. Yeah.
Hip hop.
Hip hop works for me.
Oh, there's a future hop. We'll do that one next time.
Yeah. That's in the future, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get behind this.
Is this good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh yeah. Hi, Tori.
Tori.
She's probably in both of them, trying to juggle like.
Yeah.
No. I think if she could sit in either one of them, hear both of us. So I don't.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Tori is one of the most supportive people on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you're doing, she's like, I will help.
Mm-hmm.
How can I help?
She's chasing those cows around.
All right. So, got my bookend page. And I need to All right. So my next step is to create the bookend detail page. Oh, wait, let me share my screen. What am I doing? All we get to see is your and my beautiful face.
I think because it doesn't work through. I don't want to trample your screen share, but on my Discord, it always anybody connected to it always sees my screen by default.
Okay.
Which is what gets me in trouble. I mean,
Yeah. Don't have any secret keys up, do you?
I don't care. I've rotated them so many times, you have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
I don't care. If it was like production, I was actually concerned about it. I probably wouldn't put it on a stream anyways.
Right.
Probably.
So let's go take a look at our data, shall we? We have our bookend. Should we just go to back and see it? Okay, so we have our bookend, which has a name, and it has a list of questionnaires. And for now, I'm just going to load in all of that. So the detail page then is going to need a title. Perfect. Then we're going to need a block for each questionnaire. So a list item. Each questionnaire. So what we're going to do. Do that better. Dude, I fucking love GitHub Copilot. Like, this thing is godlike.
Yep. I like Tab 9 personally,
Tab 9?
but I love Tab 9.
Is that another like, is that like GitHub Copilot? Like a
Yeah. Yeah, it's when I was back before like OpenAI was OpenAI like open to everybody, Tab 9 to me performed better, and I liked it more than Copilot. So personally,
Yeah. I haven't
Copilot
tried other than
steals
Copilot.
all of our stuff we use to resell it. It kind of is just like a okay, you know, it's weird. I'm paying for a service that steals my code and sells it to others, and you don't even get a cut of it. You know, it's like X. They pay you to basically run their platform and make the money, even if it's a small amount. I'm surprised GitHub hasn't opened their minds up to that. Like, you've got all these developers developing. Why aren't you? Anyways.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, give the money where money is due, right?
Yeah, why not?
I do appreciate what X is doing in regards to like the creator economy. They're finally like moving towards the YouTube model, where if you garner a lot of attention, you get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's power in that. There's also a lot of scammy people who are just like, I see so many people who just say, you know how I built my following? I just replied to everyone who replied to me. I'm like, so get replying, guys.
Yep.
And you're like, okay.
I do, because I need more. I'm trying to build my Twitter account up, but yeah, I mean, it seems to be I hate it, but like, I don't know, organically, I think last the last 7 days, I got like 105 people. So that's like 25% of my freaking following, or 20% now. So
I mean, also in Cadena, you're pretty firmly attached to Cadena, and I feel like a lot of Cadenites do, like, they'll follow you just if they see you're building cool stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. And if you're less controversial than I am, then your relationship is better.
I don't wade into it like I told you. I stay on the outskirts and do my thing. And there's times I want to jump into it. There's times where people are being ignorant, and I feel like it would be fun to set them straight. And I remember something a wise person told me. It's I can't use their exact words, but it's just not worth it. It's just not bleeping worth it. It's like I bring myself down to their level, and even if I can win, I'll never actually win. Like, I can walk away from an argument, and did I really just win by wasting a bunch of time and energy on somebody who's just trolling me? No.
Alright, so we got our questionnaire widget, which I need our question widget.
It's cool because it looks very much like Python syntax. Like, I know it's not, but like the flow of it and the color looks just like Python in VS Code. The rest of it's all different.
Yeah, I don't know if I would.
It looks very different than JS. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, and that's a great thing. I hate looking at JS code, man.
Oh God, I long for it.
You long for it, dude. Oh. Man, I have fought for hours, days of time to try and comprehend, like, how JavaScript packages function, and I just don't get it. Like, when I go and I look and I'm trying to like copy like a JavaScript library into Flutter, for example, which I've done 3 times, 4, 5, like lots of times now. Just count off the number of libraries I've had to translate. It's just a nightmare trying to find where this dependency is in the massive repo list of things. Like Wallet Connect, dude. So many repos. And I just don't get how to find the thing I'm looking for. I really don't.
Yeah.
Because the name never matches. If the name of the GitHub repo never matches the name of the library, or the package. Even when I'm in the GitHub repo, sometimes I search the name of the package and it still doesn't even come up. I'm like, what? I must be doing something wrong. But
I don't know. I'm having trouble with Node.js right now because some packages are ES6 now, and I'm CommonJS, and I actually prefer CommonJS. I don't know why. It's just like the way, I don't know. Maybe for my use case and what I'm doing it for, it makes more sense, and that's maybe just a habit or maybe a more comfort zone. But I do find, like, when I work in React, it does trip me up because I struggle at times with switching gears from Node.js to React, even though it's very, very similar. It's incredibly different when you're dealing with DOMs and real-time state data. I have to build that state in Node.js, and I've gotten pretty darn good at it. But it's not state like a front-end state, right? It's manipulated and different, and I love it because I am in control of it. And then I go to React, and I'm like, oh God, why this function's like 2 lines in Node.js? What am I supposed to do in React? And probably a year ago, I probably would have been like, what do I do in Node.js? Because I was using React so much. But anyways, boo-hoo me. I work through it.
right. I'm thinking I'll have an icon button to expand all the questions. Just give you a bit more directed. For now, though, I'm just gonna comment that out and say we so personally, I think my favorite languages are Python and Flutter. Or Dart, I guess. Flutter's built using Dart. I just like Python because there's so many libraries that are just optimized to get crap done. And Flutter is nice because I can write it one time, and I can publish it anywhere, to any platform, one click. And I absolutely love that. Like, it's just
nice.
It's like the ultimate form of lazy for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm a programmer. I optimize my laziness. Okay, like how little I need to do to get the most done.
Makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. Why would you make it hard on yourself?
Yeah. This is getting kind of edgy. Music is.
Mm-hmm.
Like going into Terror place or something like that. Also, Dart has kind of copied a lot of the things you see in JavaScript, like this dot dot dot.
Mm-hmm.
I really like. I love that dot dot dot. The spread.
Like a spread operator, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spread stuff is good. It's one of the, I don't know, I use it a lot. If anytime you're dealing with real-time data updates and stuff, I mean, come on. It's nice.
I would say like data manipulation, JavaScript is incredibly good at data manipulation. I mean, everything is just an object. And so they had to get really good at making it, well, I'm sure a lot of really smart people were like, hey, I'm doing this, like I'm adding a list to a list, or like want to embed this list inside of this other one. I have to do that all the time. Why would I write a for loop for that? Let's just do dot dot dot. Make it easy on ourselves.
Why not?
Yeah. All right, so we have our question. We have a bookend widget, which loads up the question widgets. Oh no, doesn't do it. Hold up. I might rename this. We have our bookend detail page, which loads up our questionnaire widget. Creates a new questionnaire widget for each of our questions. Then our questionnaire widget will load up all of our questions in it in a list. Okay. All right, so I don't expect this to look pretty at all, but I guess I kind of do expect it to work. Oh. Cool. Didn't know that thing exists. That's great. Okay. think last time I tried to build on Mac OS, yeah, it gave me an error. Hung here for a bit.
I found every time I was using Flutter, I'd have to update something, like every time I used it. And I don't know if it was just because what I was working on was not really supported or it was just so new. Um, I had a lot of trouble with like versioning and like which version I should use and looking at code examples, and they're all over the board. And that's why I kind of just was like, I cannot simplify this myself. And I think for me, like probably a probably a course on the fundamentals, not the basics, but the fundamentals of it, and almost take everything I know out of my head for a minute, because that's really the only way I learn something new. So I don't know.
It's funny you should say that. I feel like I had that exact same experience trying to learn React.
Yeah, hey, it's not the most user friendly. I make no bones about that. It's at least something to be desired at times. Oh, I need to make sure I have every one of those questions in here.
All right. So it loaded. We got an overflow error, but I'm not too worried about that. Now if I hit back, it'll hop us back to here. Boom. We have some UI. Let's go. I can see my questions. Look at that beauty.
That's right.
Ain't she a beaut? I think that
She really is. She really is. I'm missing half. Why did I lose half those questions? They're in our ClickUp, right?
maybe I can copy them in there if they aren't there. For sure.
I don't know if you
You want me
added to
to-
them.
Do you want me to just? Which ones aren't there?
I'm just looking at your example question list right now.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Oh, they're all here. Okay. I must have just missed them when I was redoing it. That's all.
All right. So we got our detail page. Maybe let's make things wrap or whatever. So question budget text. Music is good. Like, I feel like I'm playing Dead Space. You know Dead Space?
Are we talking about the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting the music.
I can't really remember how to get the text to wrap anymore, so I'll come back to this. But, Oh. I like that. Oh. Music is really.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty great. All right.
I'm going to put the put to test. See if I can actually update my list.
All right. So we can see our questions. Check that out. We have some structure in here, so it doesn't look
Yay!
completely lame.
Kind of makes me want to hear like the Mario music, like for Bowser, like do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next then? Next would be I can look at my bookends, I can go back, I can navigate. Would like to make them wrap so I can actually see it. Next step would actually be just, I guess, hooking up the back end. All right. So let's add a little bit more formatting.
Okay, I got all the questions updated now.
Sometimes just doing the simplest things is annoyingly frustrating.
Just building out an army of curl commands is something. It's kind of fun though to basically mimic the application. Then you know if it's going to work or not.
Oh, we have it somewhat formatted now. Okay, backend time. Alright, what's the URL I need to hit?
For the back end?
Yep. You've invited me to it. Can I find it there?
I added it to, it's in our GitHub. You'll have to pull it down. I don't have the server itself on the internet at the moment. It's just sitting on my computer.
Okay. So
So you'll-
do I need to run this then locally?
yeah, you'll just want to run it. Let me just make sure I have the latest version pushed. Yeah, essentially push and pull. All right, push. Okay, we're not going to stomp on each other's changes, so that's good. All right. How to pull mine off screen? 'Cause I think you'll need one thing that's secretive.
Okay. Pull the terminal off screen too then.
Let me see. All right, so the only thing that's secretive is the Mongo access key. And I believe I invited you to that, so you should be able to tap into that.
Yeah, I can go find it.
All right. Yeah, you'll just want to like you can obviously you could do it however you want, but I just set it in on my Mac. I just set it on my Mac's environmental variables and read it in, just like would for anything else. I did the right thing. I didn't put it in code, which is what I've been better at the last few months. Forcing myself. It's also nice when I go from development environments to production environments and development level production environments, right on like, I don't know how to explain that any better, but like to not have to switch those variables every time you switch in your code, it just breaks stuff all the time and you miss one thing and now you're troubleshooting. So instead of doing that, you just set things that are different between your environments and force yourself to do it. I mean, like, don't be lazy because I guarantee you it'll bite you in the you know what later on.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely one of the more high leverage things you can do is just make sure you can easily deploy to multiple environments with a click of a button.
Yep.
You want that so bad.
Yep.
All right, so I'm looking at Atlas. I'm in trade.org.
Yep.
In the right place? Okay. So I guess I'm looking at database access. Or would it be network access?
I think it's database access.
Database access.
I'm trying to get in there now too.
Do I have my own MongoDB key or?
Yeah, you should be able to create your own.
Okay.
Oh, I logged into the wrong one. Go figure. I gotta remember. Don't you hate when that happens? I gotta remember which account I sent it. But you said trade, so that kind of. I have a Gmail account. Yep, okay. Trades organization. See, I'm smart. I didn't do it too stupid. Security. Data. Yep.
So is it security?
Database access. And then create add new database user.
Okay.
And then it should give you the connection string and everything.
Yeah. Password authentication. Which one would you suggest here?
Yeah, password's fine. That's standard.
Do I need to add a role? I don't think so. You don't really care
No.
about stuff like that. Okay. All right. Then I will add my. Oh, I need a name. Sterling is my name.
Coding is your game.
Yeah.
I had to. The dad jokes are so bad.
Oh man, you have this read write any database role. Maybe should I give?
Yeah, that's probably. I was gonna edit your user as soon as you created it,
Okay.
if it didn't have that. But
Read write any database. Update myself. Man, it's nice being a super user, man.
yep, obviously, that will have to change.
Yeah.
But obviously,
No,
but
you're going to limit my power.
yes, yes, for very good reason. Anything. I sort of scope in like my reads to like just read access. Because like you never know. You never know who's gonna get into your stuff, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Less is more in this case, but yeah, when you're setting stuff up, don't don't be silly either.
So what command do I need to do to run this backend then? Is it like a UVcorn main? But I probably need to open up a Python environment.
Um,
You should probably,
yeah, that's what I did. I just created a Python environment for it, and then that UVicorn is what I run.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me see.
I can't remember all the steps I need to do that. Was it like source something?
Source something. I'm looking.
Yeah.
I just did it too. I hate. That's the one thing I don't like, is having to remember all that nonsense.
Good. Well, in that case, yeah. My recommendation would be make a nice little README in here with a step 1, 2, 3 to run the.
Yeah.
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 You know,
No, you're right. You're right. See, this is. I'm
but
adding a README right now.
Let's go. Yeah, hit me up with that README. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to make these little text boxes extend all the way. I'm going to give them like a hard stop. Let's see. Whoa. Whoa.
Really, you're not gonna capitalize that for me? What good are you? Lazy, 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 lazy. Okay. I am uploading said README. Should get you what you need.
All right. Look at that. README. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So create a new Python virtual environment. Do that. Do that. Boom. Yep. Source file activated. Great. Profit? What's profit?
I don't know. It's what happens when you're done winning.
Okay. All right, I got error loading ASGI app. Attribute app not found in module app. Is it main app?
I don't think so. But it could be.
I mean, the file.
Yep. Yeah. It's main. I typed it wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
Main.
Oh, now I get the error. Could not import module main. That's.
Go into the app folder.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's right.
Instructions. So part of the instructions were good.
Yeah.
Run from the app folder. I should have put like a disclaimer, like you should.
No module named PyMongo. Okay. All right. We
the requirements.
install.
There's a requirements that text in there.
Yeah. I'm installing them.
All right. See, I did some stuff right.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe I'll add the install the requirements.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
Install requirements. And then make sure that all the requirements are in there since I've been changing stuff.
Okay. Yeah. That would be good.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I promise we know what we're doing, but then again, it's more fun to just.
No module named PyMongo. PyMongo not in the requirements list?
It's in there.
PyMongo. Yeah, it's there. Did I install everything? Did I get some errors? What are we doing? Let's make this bigger. Portalize.
It was a nightmare going from constantly using JavaScript to trying to remember all this stuff in Python. And because packages.json is kind of like more dynamic, where it just builds itself, package.json. And so I have to be smarter here. Maybe the SRV should be fine. PyMongo.
Alright, where's PyMongo? It says PyMongo. What's SRV in this PyMongo here? What's that? What's that trying to tell me?
I pulled it right from their site. I don't know what it does. Let me see.
I'm still getting the no module PyMongo. That's weird.
Service records.
Well, when in doubt, ChatGPT.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. I pulled it from the docs in Mongo, the connection docs. I'm surprised it's not working though. We're both on a Mac. I don't. Says you could just do PyMongo in here. Get started with the Python driver.
Oh. Here's my fast API environment. That's installed everything.
Oh yeah, so the SRV is so you can put in the easy connection URI scheme. It should just install with PyMongo SRV. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna run through the process again. I'm wondering if I didn't do my virtual environment correctly.
Yeah, it's possible. The virtual directories are kind of a, like I said, they're kind of a pain, if I'm being honest.
They're nice though. I kind of wish Flutter had something similar.
Don't you just run through? Don't you specify your packages and just run through and it installs them? Or did
Yeah,
I dream that?
but like let's say you're working on multiple projects and you want to use a different Flutter version for a newer project, but your older project uses like Flutter 3.1 or something like that. They don't have this nice virtual environment set up, so I can't just specify the version of Flutter
I gotcha.
that's used for application X versus application Y, and that's why.
I just remember specifying. I had trouble with the SYN formatting when I was specifying packages, and I was like, this is just too much for me. I'm just a big baby, though.
All right, we're in. I didn't have to use that little password thing you gave. I set up though. Was I supposed to use that somewhere?
No. Pip install requirements. Oh yeah, pip3. I thought when you were in a virtual environment, you need to specify that. I thought it just, maybe it doesn't default.
I thought so too, but this is what fixed my problem.
Okay, well, hey, it's just as easy.
Yeah.
As long if it does it, then I think it's dumb. I need to get back to like Python just should be like when you do Python. Why does it have to be so difficult? Why can't it just be Python? Why do we have to specify? Why is there two versions? Why cry? And then pip3, same thing. It's like all documentation on Earth is like use pip, and then I'm like, oh, change your environmental variables, and I'm like, oh, okay. But then it doesn't work for you, and so I'm back to square one, or putting on a new PC, and I gotta start over again.
Oh, okay.
It's probably why, honestly, it's probably why I like Java, because it's always just works for me. Until I go to build a server package, then it's like, oh, these 8,000 things you have to fix first, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, never got an error the whole time I was building this app, but I got 8,000 things to fix. Okay, cool. Yeah.
This will be
localhost 8,000. That's what Flask will default to.
okay, and take a look at the get bookends. Then this is the function we want.
Get /bookends, so it's /bookends.
Okay. So I'm gonna need to add. We're gonna kill the app.
That'll return a list of all bookends.
Okay, what was that? What was that endpoint again? Sorry. All bookends.
No, just bookends.
Okay. Lowercase. Anything I need to pass into it? Any headers?
No.
Sure.
Keep it simple. I'll build all that stuff in when we're happy with it.
So response, we're gonna get back. Then is
Gonna get back a list of bookends.
body. Okay. So we did this right. Then we should be able to get all the bookends.
Correct.
Body should have all of them, hopefully in like, JSON format of some kind. XML HTTP request error.
Your port. Look at your port. Oh no. Bookend. HTTP / bookends. It's a get. That's right.
So I do 127.0.0.1 port 8000 / bookends. That's my URI.
Yep.
So maybe I need to make a localhost. I know there's sometimes
Try localhost. Yeah, that's usually what I use. I usually try to. It does some weird stuff. I don't know why.
Okay. Same issue.
All right, same issue.
I'm getting it's received. It says get bookends HTTP1. It gives a 307 temporary redirect on the server. Should it be HTTPS?
Should not be. Should be HTTP. I'm gonna try my get request for it right now. Bookend / bookends. Oh.
I mean, I didn't put in my password thing, so
You shouldn't. You didn't put in your. Did you set your Mongo variable?
No.
It'll need that.
Okay. It wasn't in this fancy to do thing here.
Set the environmental variables. Let me.
Do I need to make a .n file?
I just set it in my export path for my profile on my Mac.
Okay.
Do you ever set those there?
Yeah, I do. I prefer to just do a .n though.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, whatever you prefer.
Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Cool. Okay. So what does this thing need to be called then?
It is bookends _Mongo, and it's all capital.
And this will be the password that I chose?
It'll be a whole connection string. Includes the username and password. Do you need the whole string?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, hold on. I can put this in chat. How do I message you? I'll just message you on Discord.
okay.
It doesn't include your username and password, so I don't care if it goes over the internet.
Okay.
My Discord is so slow. All right.
Okay, so I'll need to replace my username and my password here then.
Yep. I like that connection string because it's easier than setting like 6 lines of junk that you have to track.
So username, be capital L Exotica. Where's this guy? Now I'm gonna rerun the server.
If you save, it should auto reload that server.
Oh yeah, it did. It did. Oh. Either way, we reloaded.
Yeah. Either.
I'm gonna close that so people can't see my .end. And I mean, honestly, I don't know if it would load in the .end, but that's something we need to see about.
I wasn't sure how to load those in, so truth be told, I didn't even spend any time, and I know how storing in your profile. Obviously, it's pretty straightforward, so I just throw it in there. But I assume there's a way to like import through the OS or something the EMB file. I just didn't want to fiddle around with it while I was trying to build something quick. I do know that curl command does return the objects, the list of objects.
Yeah, so you can do from.env import load.env.
Okay. Well, I'll probably switch to that because it's I mean it's potato, I guess. Stored either way, but
Yeah.
it's easier.
Yeah, I would say having a .env file is just nicer because then you can just add that to the list of files that they need to create themselves. Okay. Okay. I can send you this link that I just found that walks through how to build it all out. But I gotta go.
Okay. The nice thing is when this connects and works, it'd be pretty easy to pass updates along for now.
Yep. Yeah, setup is always the most annoying part.
Yep.
I like that there's this README now. Here, let me push up my changes to the README actually.
Yeah, go ahead, push. I'm all good. Look at you with your fancy
commit message.
command line. You know, there are certain things I love command line for. When I do commits, I find the GUI to be a little bit quicker, just because it's like nice formatted blocks. But if you're doing something like rapidly, obviously CLI would be easier. Or there's quick automations like it'll tell you it'll list a header like for the change. But that's way more advanced than I want to get into for my life. So if I was on a bigger team, maybe it'd be better. More changes, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never used like a Git GUI.
GitHub Desktop is actually pretty good. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
I set that up for my wife when we're working on dad bots. She can share changes with me, and I taught her how to use it. But like I'm not gonna hop to another application to push my changes when I could just
do it right from there.
Git add, git commit,
yep,
git push. Right.
Most of my stuff I do the CLI too, just quick stuff, but I like it for there's some stuff in there that I don't have to remember, which is always nice for my memory.
Okay, well, that's that. We made some progress. We can see our questions now. We're working on loading questions from the back end. And I mean, once we're there with that, the next step would be being able to respond.
Mhm.
So that'll be probably a big UI push next week.
Yep.
All right, you got me set up on the back end stuff so I can actually run it. Let me shut that down. I'll have to let this burn itself out. All right, dude, let's go.
Alrighty, it's
Come
getting
together.
closer. Yeah,
Yeah,
it gets fun.
yeah. I think we said we were going to try and have something working by the end of this month, and I mean, we have what 3 more 1-hour sessions, and I think
Oh, easy.
we're good. Let's fetch and do this.
Yep.
All right.
man.
Thanks for you guys for hopping in. If you would like to give us a follow, you can hop on and just see the greatness that we're building more often. Amir is building awesome stuff on Cadena using AI. He was talking about his chatbots at the beginning. Like, I love that stuff. All the automations he's doing are phenomenal. So give him a follow if you want that. I can't remember what his Twitch thing is.
Amir DAPL.
Amir Dapple.
Yep.
Yeah. Give me a follow if you like to just follow me along as I build tech. I like just programming in the open. So, thanks, guys. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Thanks. See you, bud.
See you, man.